Hello everyone, as you can see I have the Makita Drill today and it's a DDF 482. This one, the gear Assy was slipping, the motor now is burning out or stuck. Of course you can see a lot of dust here, so definitely need to be reassembled. Okay, what can we see? The brushes was heating. You can see the heat sign of the hose. Okay, maybe I will try to turn it on now. So it's trying to spin. Okay, we will check after opening it. Of course, I will remove the brushes. Okay, they are really hot. Of course, you can see that the brush is almost ended. Okay, the housing full of dust. Just lifting everything up, and you can see how much dirt we have here on the field and the motor. Basically, I'm not sure, seems to look good, I think. Of course, need a good cleaning from the dust. And you can see how much dirt this tool have inside it. Okay, it still have the dirt. I will wash it. I want to continue the assembling. Okay, now as you can see, the switch is covered with the dust, the LED light is covered with dust, everything is covered with the dust here. And the dust just going out of all the parts. Okay, we can inspect the transistor, it looks good, so all these parts need to be cleaned. Now we have the gear Assy. I will even not clean the dust here because I will disassemble it and wash it. And we have the cover with the washer. The 4 gears. The driving gear. Okay, I don't want to get it here. Okay. The big gear, the speed changing gear, the plastic housing, now 5 gears, the driving gear, again 5 gears. This one have the bigger inner hole. The clutch gear. Okay, now I will simple. Okay, checking the bearing. Bearing looks good here. That's good to know for us. Okay, this one is not cracked. So now we need to wash the gear Assy parts to check. Maybe we have something broken here, but I think it's nothing broken. It's just a lot of dirt here on the housing and the switch itself. Of course, you can test the shack itself. And I can tighten it, I can release it, so that's good. Okay, now I need to wash everything nicely, and I think I will assemble everything back, and I hope that everything will work. Okay. Just look at this was lookable like a broken plastic, but that was a grease. Okay, so now I will wash everything and go back with assemble. And now, as the parts are washed, as you can see, we need to take a sip of coffee. Because it's early morning now, and now we can take a second sip of coffee and start gear Assy assemble. Okay, I will start from the grease, putting some grease on the ball bearing, the housing, now we have this nice part, and this. Okay, and we need to insert everything here. So inserting this one, it goes in. I will grease it a little bit. Okay, let's push it in. Okay, push it in. Now I'm searching for 2 small pins. You can see we have 2 pins. We have the plates here. We have the gear, and of course the pins and the plates must go in the gaps. You can see the smaller gaps. It's for the pins. Yeah, we have inserted it. Now I will put the balls in. It's 6 balls here. As all balls are in place, we have the gear with the pins. It's our clutch. Inserting it here. Putting some grease on the gear. Okay, now we have 5 gears. As you can remember, this one was with a bigger hole, and then another ones, so you will not put wrong gears here. We have 5 gears. Now we have the metal gear, and these have grooves in the housing, so it can easily be inserted in the place it needed to be. Now we have the special gear with the groove here. This one goes together with this plastic housing, and the pins goes here, and normally this one is changing speed of our drill bit spinning. It's a first and second speed option, and you can see the groove in a plastic housing. It's our speed moving, goes like this. Now as we stated the gearwise on the drilling mode, we can easily know that we need to put this to the drilling symbol. Okay, you can see that our gearwise is solid now, the housing. Of course, the speed changer moving backward and forward because nothing is stopping it. And we have the gear, we have 2 gears left. We need a bigger one. Almost forgot the grease. I do not hold anything. I'm just inserting it, moving around and waiting until it falls in. Now you can check the check is spinning when we are spinning the gear. Now we need to take the 5 gears left for us. I'm just moving the check, or I can move the gears with my finger. They are good now. When I will change the speed, this one will go like that. Yeah, I can put some grease again. It's only this kind of gear left for us. So just inserting it. We have this big gear and we have pins for it in the housing. Greasing the gear. Now you can see that we have almost assembled the gear Assy, and what I will do now, I just inserted the washer here in the housing. I will unscrew the screws and will cover the housing completely. Why I put the screws? Because sometimes when I'm making a video, I'm just bumping the gear Assy on the table, and it's just go all the parts go out, so just protected me from that. Okay, now we can see that we have closed the housing. I will put the screws back again. Okay, this one looks nice. We can try to insert the armature in it, try to spin it. This one spins, that's a good sign. Now we can go with our housing. I'll start with the LED light. You can see we have a groove for the cables. Now we can easily insert all the other parts, the direction changer, one of the most important parts is a leaf spring. If it's not broken, basically it's good, or if you will see that it's very small amount of metal left, you can replace it. It costs about €1, and you need to insert it here in the housing. It will make that tuk 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 sound when you're adjusting the gear assy. Now we have our field and the motor. You can see the bump in the field, and this bump must be on the gear assy side, and the armature goes like this. Of course, checking the bearings of the armature. Now this bump must go down in the housing. Basically on this model, most of the time you can see the markings, and that marking must go up. Okay, and we have not showed this one. We have two springs here and a gap, so the changer goes in a gap here on the both springs. Now I need to move the field and the brush holder to get in places, and it feels like the gear assy is not in the right place. Okay. Now it looks like the gear assy goes like that, so I need to double check it. Here we will see if it will be good or not. We have the spring here going from the switch, just inserting it here. Honestly don't know what it's all about. In my glove. Let's make a double check. Something is not liking for me about this one. Yeah, I don't like how the field is in the housing. Need to check it. Maybe I have not inserted the brush holder correctly. I think I have not inserted the brush holder in place. Okay, now I'm pretty sure it's... I don't like that the field is moving. Okay, we'll check it, maybe it's good. Okay, try to close it. Now when closing it, we need to check if all the housing gaps closes good. Now all of them closes good, so you can tighten everything with the screws. We are taking the brushes. Now for the brushes, you need to leave the spring. Inserting the brush. Getting it connected, making sure that the wire is up and down. Making sure that the wire not goes like this, because sometimes I see this one when disassembling the tools, the wire must go down. Why? Because when it goes on the top, it stops the brush from going down and the tool stops working. Now we are closing the back cover. We have assembled this drill and we can turn it on. Okay, it started to work. That's a good sign for us. Now we need to check the clutch of it. Starting from the first one. It works. Cannot hold it on a drilling mode. Now we need to check for the other side. Okay, so basically it's good. Now we have the rusty jack here. With the rusty jack is most simple way. Okay, so we have completed the full tear down and cleaning of this one. If you want to see all the cleaning steps, just let me know in the comments. I will make some video about cleaning the tools when they are disassembled. And for now, just thank you for watching and bye.